The 76ers are off to a red hot start. They are 7-1 and 5-0 at home. They have the best record in the NBA, and they might just have the league MVP on their team right now. Before we get into today's video, yo, what is up, guys? It is your boy, and I'm back here giving y'all another banger. And since I'm giving y'all another banger, if y'all could go ahead and drop a like on this video, and please subscribe if you enjoy basketball content. But let's go ahead and start talking about today's video, which is about the 76ers, who are on a mission to prove all the doubters wrong because they are off to an amazing 7-1 start. If you would have told many NBA fans that the 76ers would have the best NBA record so far, I don't think many of them would believe you. And the fact that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are out there proving all the doubters wrong about this roster and about this team makes me want to root for them so much more. Joel Embiid has been a monster so far, and as of right now, he is the front runner for the MVP as we speak, because nobody should really even be close. And as of right now, it is between Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid fighting for best man notoriety, because those two are playing on a terrific level right now. I think Nikola Jokic is averaging 24, 12, and 12, and Joel Embiid is averaging 25, 12, and 3. But you do have to give Joel Embiid the slight edge because the Denver Nuggets are struggling a little bit. They're starting to find their tracks a little bit, but they are struggling. And the 76ers have the best record in the NBA. So you do have to kind of give Joel Embiid the slight edge. But go ahead and comment down below, who do you think is the best big man in the league, Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid? I want to hear your thoughts, so go ahead and drop a comment. But Joel Embiid is operating on an MVP level right now. And Ben Simmons is also doing his thing. He's facilitating, rebounding, he's defending. He's doing really everything that you thought that he was doing. And you can see that he's making marginal improvements in all parts of his game, which I love to see. Seth Curry was a phenomenal addition to the 76ers. The fact that they were able to get rid of Al Horford's contract and replace it with Danny Green and Seth Curry was great for that team. And looking back at last night, you really saw just how good the 76ers are against their win against the Washington Wizards, who I will talk about a little bit in this video because I am kind of disappointed in Russell Westbrook. But I do want to focus on Joel Embiid, who was phenomenal in that fourth quarter. Ben Simmons getting that and one, that was a huge play. Seth Curry hitting his shots. Danny Green even hit a three. It was just an overall great win for the team, for the 76ers, and they really did put their talent out on display last night. Now, I know this is kind of like a 76ers video, but I do want to brush off on the Wizards on what they did last night, because I did see a lot of wrong things when it comes to the Washington Wizards. I believe they let Bradley Beal sit for way too long. They should have just let him play the entire fourth quarter, or at least let him play the majority of the fourth quarter. I think he got in around the 6-minute mark. They should have subbed him in around the 10-minute mark, or at least just let him play the entire fourth quarter, because I think that was kind of a mistake, and letting the 76ers come back because the Wizards did have a lead in that game. And while, yes, Russell Westbrook did have 20, 12, and 8, if you watched what he was doing in that fourth quarter, it really wasn't that good. He had 6 turnovers, and for me, it's just kind of frustrating to watch Russell Westbrook struggle with tempo, because as great as he is, he doesn't know when to slow down the game, when to pick his spots, and sometimes I think he forces too many things. There were a lot of errors that I saw with them, and at times I felt like Ish Smith was the better player to go to down the stretch than Russell Westbrook. Ish Smith was perfect for the Wizards in their loss last night, and I believe that at times I felt like the ball was sometimes better off in his hands than Russell Westbrook's. Bradley Beal was sensational. He had 57 through 3 quarters. He probably could have dropped more if they just let him play a little bit longer, which is my main issue with Brooks Scott. He needs to coach better. Like, I feel like so many of their losses that they have is because of their head coach. Now, I think Russell Westbrook was injured. He left the game a little bit early, so I hope everything's okay with him, and I hope his hand gets better, or whatever injury he has. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I do hope that whatever it is, it's not serious and he does come back. But overall, I do believe that a lot of the blame goes towards Scott Brooks and Russell Westbrook on that loss. This was just overall a great win for the 76ers, who are putting all of their doubters on notice. What's crazy is that they fired Doc Rivers in Los Angeles because they thought that he wasn't a good coach and that he blows 3-1 leads. And while this is the regular season, how ironic would it be if Doc Rivers made the finals? Just imagine what people would be saying if Doc Rivers made the finals and the Clippers didn't make the finals. Who would look like the bigger chokers in that situation? Because in my personal opinion, I do believe Doc Rivers wears us a little bit, but when your players are playing as bad as Kawhi and Paul George did in that Game 7, there's just not much you can do. At some point, you do have to hold players accountable, and I know that Paul George did take some accountability, but for me, I believe that if Doc Rivers really goes out and he does his thing for the rest of this regular season like he's been doing, and he makes it to the finals, then people are going to have to start looking at the Los Angeles Clippers in a different manner because it's going to start looking bad on their part. But overall, this was just great for the 76ers and everything they're doing. I did not anticipate a 7-1 start, and I did not anticipate them being the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. But hey, this is just part of the NBA. This is why you have to watch games, and this is why the NBA is exciting. So hopefully the 76ers can keep up this type of pace, keep up this type of wins, and we'll see what they are in the playoffs, which should be exciting. But without further ado, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much. If you listened this far, please drop a like on this video and please subscribe if you haven't already. And please check out my other videos if you enjoy basketball content. But without further ado, guys, I am out. Peace.